How is this? I hope that you will be able to hear me. Let me check in very quickly to see. So, how is this? I hope that you will be able to hear me. Let me check in very quickly to see. So, how is this? How is this? So I hear myself. I hope that you can hear me too. Able to hear me. Let me check in very quickly to see. So this has happened before. And what I'm going to do. How is this? So I hear myself. I hope that you will be able to hear me. Let me check in very quickly. So this has happened before. And what I'm going to do when this happens, let me turn this off. So I hear myself. One of the reasons why I decided to come on is because I need to do this often enough so that I can remember. It's about remembering. One of the reasons why I decided to come on is because I need to do this often enough so that I can remember. It's about and I unmute. Are we ready now? Let's see if we're ready now. I think there is a delay, so I'm going to allow it to do what it do. And here we go. If worse comes to worse, I will just delete it and start all over again. So here we go. Let's do okay. It's giving me a message. It's being live streamed. Okay. So I have my other phone here. Bear with me. I want to check it out and make sure that you do hear me in this process. So it's been a while since I've been on live. It's giving me a message. It's being live streamed. Okay. Reset. Let's go ahead, family, and get on with the show. Let me turn the volume. Oh, my phone is so weird. I don't have a button to turn the volume down. This is one of my old phones. And if you are going to be traveling to the Gambia, know that you may want to take more than one phone with you because your other phone may get lost or stolen. And then you're going to need another phone. So you want to be sure to have that other phone readily available. So you'll see that most of us in the Gambia, most of the REPAC community, we may have two phones. That's how we navigate. You'll have your local Gambian number, and then you may have your US number. Depending on who you're calling, that's how you move. Okay, so let's come out of here. Let's start this again. Greetings, family. I hope all is well with you. All is well with me. My name is Miss L. Welcome to my channel, Ma'at on the Mat. If you have been following me for the last 2 weeks, or you have been either through YouTube or on my Facebook page, you would know that I am not in the Gambia. Maybe you see that my background is different. Maybe you hear the dog in the background. I am in my first home, which is the United States. I am in New York City. I spent 3 rainy seasons in the Gambia and decided that it wasn't fun. And I began to understand why most people leave during the rainy season. And even with a car and even with the house that I was able to build up and get it waterproofed, I still did not want to hang around. And that was for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons was because it was time for me to go home and hug on and love my family and let them hug and love on me. I do have Gambian family and friends, people who I have met while they're in the Gambia who are from the Americas, and I do love them very much, and I call them friends or sister. However, I have aunties and an uncle and cousins and children and other friends that I have not seen in a while, and I was beginning to miss them terribly. And I thought this is a good time to return to the States. Also, because I needed to pick up some things. I needed to get more solar, things that work with the sun, solar lights, solar cameras, solar alarm systems, solar generator. I didn't know that they had solar generators. They have generators usually where you put petrol in, and that means having fuel around the property. And I wasn't very happy about that. And then that means when it runs out, you have to go and buy more. They're also very, very noisy. And so being introduced to solar generators is really a game changer for me and for other people who are living in the Gambia or in other places where there is no, how would you call it? Government supplied electricity. If the government is not supplying your electricity and you're out remotely, you're going to still need lights. Solar is the way to go. So excuse me, I have a ring light on. This thing is like beaming down on me. So bear with me if you see the sweat starting to pour down my forehead and other parts of my body. I'm going to try to keep this short. I came in also for another reason. I wanted to tell you that while I'm here, I want to take advantage of the electricity. I want to take advantage of the wonderful Wi-Fi that is provided. And I will be going live, speaking with my friends and family from the Gambia, those that I have met, those that are talented, those that are gifted, those that came with their A game, those that built, those that are in the process of building, those that said, bunk this, I'm not building, but I'm gonna stay here anyway. We all have a story to tell. We have been sharing, or I shared my story with one of the sisters, and I'm gonna try to link her interview in the bottom portion of this post. And she's reaching out to others who have been in Africa, Black Americans who have gone to Africa and then have come back to the United States. The good thing is that there is an option to come back when you want to, or there should be. There always has to be a plan B when you are taking on an endeavor like this. And then we're going to return. We're going to return rested, knowledgeable, and looking forward to getting back to doing the things that we did when we were in Africa. One of the things that I find so exciting about leaving during the rainy season is I don't have to water the plants. They're already being watered for me as the rain comes down. That is one less responsibility. And so for that, I am thankful. I also had the wonderful opportunity to leave my compound with a young family they have two children, and they are taking over my place for me. A lot of times you leave and you have someone watch your home, because if you don't, there could be a problem if your home is left unsecured. Even if you have cameras, when it comes to cameras, we're not putting up cameras like they do in the States. I mean, I'm just talking, if you don't mind. This may be long or short, but right now it's gonna be long. Let's talk about cameras. Keep my phone near me in case I bounce off to something else. In the United States, right, when they first started coming out with CCTV for home use, I remember I had a company and I had a motion censored alarm inside the house that faced the stairs going up, so that if someone came in and they opened the front door and then the foyer door, it would set the alarm off. But also, when you walked down the stairs to go into the kitchen or living room, the alarm would go off. It took a while for me to remember that the sensors were on. And so, to the angst of my neighbors, the alarm would go off. And I had a certain number of seconds before I got a call from the security company. And I had to give a code word. And if it was correct, they would say, okay. If it was wrong, they were sending in the cavalry. That's when they knew you needed backup. Okay. So now listen, let me just keep talking to you for a minute. Now I'm going to switch over to the other screen. We need that kind of service there in the Gambia. But I remember he said to me, the agent that was the sales agent, he told me that I could put a notification in my window on the first floor that had the name of the company. And then the security company had a metal signboard that you would stake it in the ground. And they said that was the first deterrent for someone potentially thinking of getting into your home, because the goal is to get in quickly and get out quickly. So, greetings, Dee Brown. Nice to see you. So, what they said to me was, put this on your window. Also, they have like your cameras are stationed in certain positions so that the would-be robber would know that they're being recorded. That was supposed to be a deterrent. Unfortunately, we are coming up with a way in the Gambia where when the cameras are up, you will be watched, but you don't know where the cameras are. See, we're going to have to get a little creative and put them in different places where it's not obvious so that we know that we can retrieve the information and share that with others who, who are in the law, who are in law and will assist us. So that's one of the things that we are going to be doing. The other thing I wanted to share with you is that is vital to our safety and comfort, whether it's here in America or there in the Gambia or any other parts of Africa. And even though I have not really taken a look at what services and equipment Gambia has to offer, I prefer to use the products and services that they have here. There is a wider selection and price range, which makes it affordable for everyone. Now, let me share something with you also. The rainy season. If you have visited the Gambia during the rainy season, or if you already live in the Gambia, you're living in the Gambia, you've experienced the rainy season, you know that there are times when the government shuts down the electricity in the area where it's raining. It's called NAWEC, N-A-W-E-K. NAWEC shuts the electricity down. And they do that because the homes are not built to be grounded. Homes in the United States are grounded. And so if your house is struck by electricity, the wire, the pole brings the current into the ground. So it's called grounding. I'm not an electrician, so bear with me as I fumble over these words. The key is to keep it just really simple so that you'll understand. There is no pole in Gambia that's sending the electricity downward. With that being said, that may be something to do. However, because not all homes are built like that, when there is thunder, lightning, heavy rain, the electricity goes out. So now you're still going to need lighting, security, alarms, all the things that you have put in and around your home to keep you safe and comfortable cannot be used without electricity. Therefore, I'm suggesting to as many people that hear my voice, get yourself what they call street lighting. Those are solar lights that are sold in the store. You can put them on the poles in your compound inside so that it's soft at night, but it lights up during the day. They come on, off and on automatically. It's on remote control as well. Also, get solar lights in your home. You set them outside at night and during the day, let it get light and then bring them in your home. We don't want to be using candles all the time. Even the best plans for using candles can turn into something very dangerous. And so in order to avoid that, I think they have like these special battery batteried candles. I'm going to look that up on Amazon, but they have solar or USB charged lights that you can use around your home, which you can plug in during the day or take them with you and plug it in somewhere. Cafe Zola, I used to do that. When I came to the restaurant to eat, I had all my stuff charged while there. My phones were charged, my router was charged, my laptop was charged. So when I got home, if I had a limited amount of electricity, I was already covered. I had lights on the compound, I had lights inside the house, and I didn't have to exhaust all of the power from the batteries by having my phone and my router plugged because they were already charged by the time I got home. We have to come up with ways to make being in Gambia safe and comfortable. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm here. I'm looking to get my hands on a solar generator and see how that works. And then I'm going to tell you about it because I want you to get one too. We're not promoting anyone's equipment. I don't get anything out of this. I'm not going to tell you if you give them my name, you're going to get 10% off. They'd be like, I don't know who this lady is, but if she sent you this way, then thank you very much. This is about our safety. This is about our safety. So let's move on. I also figured I would come in because I while I've been here, I've been sharing my top 5 on Facebook, and I wanted to share it with you. So going away and then coming back has been a little challenging for me. I'm seeing the contrast of America and the Gambia, and I'm a little pulled. They say the grass is greener on the other side, right? You desire to go somewhere because you just need to get away from where you are right now. And then after a while, you desire to leave the place that you thought you desired to go to the place that you didn't desire, but now you desire that place. And you just be like, you all over the place. I realized that my transformation journey is not complete. It never will be. It's going to be ongoing every day because I'm human and I can only be the best me, how I feel when I wake up. So 3 days ago, I got up and I decided, you've been walking around Queens and you've been seeing some different things. And what is it that you miss about the Gambia? Here's my top 5. Now, if you know what top 5 is, let me know. There's a movie that Chris Rock, is that Chris Rock? He was in a movie called Top 5. And I think he was dating this young lady, or they were talking. And as they were walking, he asked her what was her top 5 this or top 5 that. And I thought, you know what? Let me mention my top 5. So let me share that with you. My top 5 things I miss in the Gambia. The first one is access to the ocean. I can get to a body of water, but it requires me getting into a car or getting on the bus, something like that, maybe even the train to go into Brooklyn, and I'm just not ready for that yet. It's just so easy being in the Gambia. I could get to the ocean in probably 10 to 15 minutes and be blessed by what I hear, what I see, what I smell, what I feel, and make that connection. I miss the fact that I could pluck a mango from the tree. They got mangoes here. The mangoes, I don't even know where they're from. I'm just like, yo, you got any mangoes from Africa? Because that's what I'm used to. And they look at me like, no, I think these are from Mexico. So this is all we have. But it doesn't hit the same. I miss seeing a cow walk across the street. or across the road. Now, it's funny that I should say that because when I'm driving on the road and I have to get somewhere and the cow is slowly crossing, it's annoying to me. And I'm honking my horn before I get there. And the cow is taking its time because look, I'm not running into a cow and they know that. But I miss seeing that. It just brings back the simplicity of being on the continent. It takes you back to a time when things were slow and you were one with nature. And it hits a little different. I miss my cat. I miss my cat. Her name is Sheba. Sheba. I miss her. We have a very interesting relationship. She's not one of those cats, I think, that require a lot of attention, and I'm not one of those people that give a lot of attention, but when I call her, she comes running. And I didn't get a chance to really talk with her, right? Am I supposed to have a conversation with my cat to tell my cat that I'm going away for a while? There'll be other people here. They're going to feed you and take care of you and love you the same way I do. Is that what we're doing with our pets when we leave them somewhere? Because I don't know. I was running late. I grabbed my suitcases. I threw them in the car. I gave her food to keep her away from the car while I'm driving out. And I didn't want her to run outside the gate. And there was really no conversation. And so sometimes I'm thinking maybe she's missing me. I don't know. I like to think so. And then my last one is I miss my friends and family in the Gambia. There is community there. We eat together, we sing together, we dance together, we work out together, we pray at the ocean together, we laugh together, we cry together, we shop, all that good stuff. We do it together. And they're my sisters, they're my aunties, they're my brothers, they're my friends, and there are people that I never would have met if I had not gone to the Gambia. Oh my God, I'm getting a little teary-eyed. The following day, after my top 5 of what I missed, I had gone out, I did some shopping, I ate, I hopped on the bus, and I thought to myself, wow, I did all of that without any money in my pocket. And it seems so weird to me because with Gambia, if you don't have cash, you ain't going nowhere. There would be times when the ATM machine wasn't working and we would have to drive around to a different ATM on the weekend. So when the bank was closed and not everyone likes to get online and go to the teller and get money. I mean, like, right? The only time I would go to the bank to withdraw money was when I was building and had to bring large chunks of money. Aside from that, if it was at the ATM for the basic everyday stuff, that's where I was going. And so there would be times when there would be no money and you'd have to go to a different ATM and then there would be no money there. And then another one. And, maybe that third or fourth one, you would find some cash. By that time, you've driven like half hour away from home, and then you have to drive back. So I was sitting down at, I think, Dunkin' Donuts or somewhere, and I thought, wait a minute, let me write about my top 5 for why I love New York. Because right now I am loving New York. This is the best time to be in New York City because it is hot. I like it hot. I don't mind sweating. I believe everybody should sweat. It releases impurities from the body. Then that's the natural way the body cools off. I don't like winters, and so I don't believe in being cold in the winter and then having heat to stay warm. And then when it's warm, putting on the AC or fan to be cold. That just seems weird to me. So when I meet someone that says, "Oh, I like the windows closed and the AC on at 62 degrees," and they just want to be so cold that they have the covers over them. I'm like, No, that's not me." So I said, let me go back in the summer when it's hot. And it's actually, when I arrived here, it was hotter here than it was in the Gambia. It has cooled off a bit. Let me move this over. And so I'm enjoying it. So let's read the top five. My screen will not move. Let me turn this off here. Here we go. Bear with me. So as I'm looking through this, let me tell you, I will be, like I said, inviting people on, people who have written books, people who are doing great things, and just sharing our experiences here. So stay tuned. The top five. Why I love New York. I do not need to carry cash. Oh, and this one here. I do not need to walk with a Wi-Fi router. I had a method of leaving the house. There was a routine that I did every day in the Gambia before leaving. You'd be like, make sure the iron's unplugged, check, make sure the stove is off, check, make sure the door is locked, check. I was like, make sure I have my router, check, make sure I have my phones and the charger for the phones and router. And the outlet converter so that it fit in properly. And I kept one also with the two prong. I had the regular three prong and the two prong because if I stayed at Tamala and would forget to bring the two prong, I would be stuck. So I kept these things with me. The router. I was a little nervous because I was wondering, how am I going to make phone calls or get internet when I'm on the street, when I'm on the bus, when I need to go to Google Maps, when I need to figure how am I going I got nervous for a minute. Then I remembered there's fiber optic wiring all over the United States for the most part. So I was good. Very different from the Gambia. I remember meeting people and I say, okay, when I'm on the road, I give you a call and I'm calling. Did they forgot their router? You weren't getting through. They'd have to go to a restaurant or a hotel and ask them to put their Wi-Fi information in order to, have access. That's kind of challenging. Okay. I don't have to walk with the phone charger. Now, I probably should, but I don't. As a matter of fact, I have to look. Before I left, New York City bus had a place for you to charge your phone. And I think they made new buses, but I don't see a place for the USB port. So I need to look at that. But I'm not out late. And so I just haven't been using my phone charger, but I haven't had to charge my phone. And I kind of like that. And if I need to have my phone charged somewhere, I could find a charging station, I'm sure. I'm enjoying the great water pressure in the bathroom, in the sink. It's almost too much. You're like, I'm washing the dishes in the kitchen and it's strong. And I'm like, this is a lot, but I'm enjoying it because when I get back, it's just different. The last one is my feet are clean after walking all day. I am doing a lot of walking because I don't have my car or have a car here. And so I am enjoying the fact that I can walk. Before I left here, I used to do 10,000 steps or more a day. And so it was important for me to pick up that habit again because I have not found a pool to work out of. And I've just been adjusting my body to getting acclimated to the time. And we're 4 hours. It's already 11:33 p.m. in the Gambia. So I need to be mindful of that because my body feels like it's 11:30 p.m. And usually in the Gambia, we're in bed by like people are asleep by I have a friend, she's in bed by 7:30, but she's also up at 4. You know, some of us we get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and so we need to go to bed early. Here's the last one I'm going to share with you. This one is kind of funny because I'll share this one with you. 5 reasons to return. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. I was so frustrated and missing my family so much. And there were things that have happened while I've been traveling or been away from home. And I thought to myself, I don't really know if I want to come back. It's like, maybe I didn't get a return ticket. I thought, let me just retreat. Let me step back, take a break, regroup, refill with the ammunition and food, and get back on the line. But I wasn't ready for that yet. And then I thought, what are 5 good reasons to return? So there were reasons why I missed the Gambia, and you can miss something and be like, okay, I missed it, but I ain't going back. I miss my job. Yeah, I miss getting a paycheck from my job, but I don't want to necessarily go back to working at my job. So, it's that kind of thing. So here are the reasons to return. I have a house. I spent a lot of time and energy creating a space that was uniquely me. And I'm not finished yet. I have a car. It is easier for me to go back to Africa and enjoy driving my car than to try to sell it. I'm going back to enjoy the things that I have purchased, that God has allowed me to have. And having my house and my car is a part of those things. Once again, my cat. I have a cat. We have a relationship. I actually asked the house host, could she send me a video of the cat, which she did. And I miss her. It's a love-hate relationship. She's just a good cat because she knows me so well. The fourth one, I have a God-given right to be in Africa. I have a right to the lands. I have a right to my home. I have a right to be there. And for everyone a Black American or otherwise who have been called to Africa and Gambia in particular, you have a right to be there. And I exercise my right by returning. That's important for me. Also, I hope to bring family and friends back with me. I want my family and friends to know that I'm okay. It's okay. They can go. They'll be okay. I'm going to meet with people. I want to do yoga retreats and dance retreats and do other things. We want to sit on the beach and meditate. We want to dance on the beach. You want to walk with lions, I got you. You want to, namaste on the beach, I got you. You want to do a water class, I got you. You want to have a birthday party at Cafe Zola while you're there, I got you. You want some vegan food from Spicy Tasty Vegan from Mama Nacera and Dr. Joe, I got you. As a matter of fact, they are doing a book tour through the United States. Check out what they are doing. And when they're in your location, go and visit them. I'm looking forward to them coming to New York so I can give them a big hug. They are my Gambian family. I put an extra one for number 6. Mommy is watching over the compound. And she said to me, do what you'll have to do, then come back. My mother has always been a woman of wisdom and strength. So mommy says, that's what you do it. And she says, I'll make a way for you. I'll make every crooked path straight. And you win. My mother has always been my biggest fan, and she still is. And I love her for that. I'm going to end with this. For those that I have met in the Gambia and call my sister and my friend, if you're dealing with heartache and loss, someone has passed on. Don't forget to honor their spirit. And remember that even though they're gone in the flesh, they're with us in the spirit. And when my mother transitioned from this earth, she opened up so many doors for me, made a way for me to get where I was. And then she allowed me to come back here. And I will be returning stronger than ever before. And I will share with you while I'm here my journeys, my walks on the street, the things that I enjoy about being in New York City. There are people that I'm going to be connecting with in other states that I've met in the Gambia. And then I'm going to share with you more information so that as we continue our build, as we continue with life, we are better equipped than before to stay safe and comfortable. So I'm going to end here. I want to say thank you. And tell me in the comment section what it is or who you would like to have me interview while I'm here. Let me give a shout out to the sisters in the pod. So if you've been following us and you know we talked about safety in the Gambia, a pod is a persons of discernment, and I have my pods and I still stay connected to them, making sure that they check in during the day and when they wake up. And at night, yeah, I don't see y'all. What's happening? Check in, let me know. I know sometimes that has to do with the internet and the electricity, but shout out to Miss Annie. Shout out to Gabby. Shout out to Isna. Shout out to Denise. Shout out to Janet. Continue praying over me as I pray over you, and we'll be together soon. I also want to shout out Black Jewel and Shannon, Calvin, Jamil, Angel, anyone else I forgot in my immediate circle. I do apologize. If you're here in the States, give me a call. You have my number. Call me. Tell me, let's get together so I can give you that hug on the American soil as we have always done. So family, stay blessed. I did not even look to see if there was any comments in the, I don't see any, so that's fine. See this later. Like I said, reach out to me or to Goddess Queen so that you get an opportunity to tell your story, because I think this is the first time that there have been so many Black Americans in Africa, and we have a story to share. If you feel like being creative, share with me in the comment section your top 5. Peace, love, namaste, and ashe.